If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. I'm Quindell Evans, and this is the BluePoetTree podcast. Thank you for listening. Blue is the color of dream. Poet is the already inscribed. Trees are what keeps us alive. You feel me then? On this episode of BluePoetTree podcast, we're going to do a little something different. What I usually do is I have an affirmation, and I dissect the affirmation and explain to you what I mean by the affirmation, explain to you my perception of the affirmation and how I want this affirmation to help me in life. But I don't just write affirmations, you know. A part of my healing process is also my talent. One of my talents is writing music. I like to sing. I like to do poetry. You feel me? I like to perform. So on this episode, something I said I wanted to do in the past, I want to take a song, you know, I want to start sharing my music with you, sharing the background behind my music. So that's what this is the first episode it's the first episode dedicated to dissecting and breaking down my music, you feel me? So in this episode, we're going to take one of the songs that I've written and talk about why I wrote it, the inspiration behind, you know, behind why I wrote it, some of the meanings by certain lines, maybe, you know, who the song was written about, if it is written about somebody specifically, what experience am I describing in the song, and also, you know, the events in my life that led up to my music. I don't just write music just to write music. I mean, I do write music just to write music, but a lot of my music is written to express certain things in my life, you know. Real instances, real events, real situations, relationships, and stuff like that. So in this episode, we're going to start with the song You Want to Smile. And we're going to break it down. But first, just like every other episode, we're going to start with the pledge. What I like to call the affirmation pledge by Abiodun Oyewole. And it goes like this. I want to be what I can be, to be proud, healthy, and free. I want to say what I know to help my brothers and sisters grow. I want to feel good about me and blame no one for my misery, cause I'll be strong and turn it around. I want to go up, I'm not going down. I want to do what I can do to make all my dreams come true. Remember my past, the good and bad, how I made it art even when it was sad. I want to share whatever my gift, and when you're feeling low, I'll give you a lift. I want to live without fear and know that I'm blessed for being here. You know that you're blessed for being here. Just know that we're blessed for being here. Just know that we're blessed. Alright, so thank you guys for tuning in. You know, first of all, thank you for enjoying the pledge. I hope you liked it. I hope you're singing along by now, or you about to begin singing along if you've been listening. If you haven't been listening to the Blue Poetry podcast, if this is your first time tuning in, you know, that pledge is written by Abiodun Oyewole, the creator and founder of The Last Poets. You know, look up The Last Poets if you don't know who they are. You know, pretty much the pioneers of rap, a New York City poetry group coming up during the time after the civil rights movements and during the Black Panther era. And these guys were revolutionary through their poetry. And just like they had a mission with their music, I have a mission with my music, and that's what I want to do with you on this episode. I want to share with you the mission behind my music. So I've written a song, You Want to Smile, in 2014, springtime. I'm not sure if it was around like maybe April, you know, I would say April, maybe March. But I'm not sure right now. When I find out, I'll let you know the exact date. You know, because I can't find out the exact date. But around that time, I was like slowly weeding out of church, but I was still going to church as a Christian. Right now, I'm not a Christian. Right now, I don't believe in any religion at all. But I have respect for spirituality. I have respect for all people who are in all the religions. I don't agree with, you know, something don't mean I'm against the people that agrees with it or believe in it. You feel me? So I appreciate people as humans. You feel me? So if I don't believe in stealing, I don't steal, but I might have a friend who does. It's like I'm not going to, you know, not be their friend, but I know not to let them in my crib. I might have to search them before they leave. But, I will check them, like I will be like, you might need to chill on that. Like, we don't got to do that, But I still, appreciate people, for who they are and their growth and stuff like that. So if I don't believe in something, don't mean if you believe in the thing I don't believe in, we got problems. No, because I believe that we're all here for a purpose. I believe that there's some Christians, some Muslims, some Jews. I don't believe in it. I know that there's Christians, Muslims, Jews, Hindus, Buddhists. Personally, I know people that's in different religions, and I know good people in these religions, who've helped people out, and will help people out. So it's all love. You feel me? Like some people are meant to help people out regardless. Some people are meant to be good people no matter what. You feel me? So just because I don't believe in something, don't mean if you believe in it, we're enemies or something like that. If you feel like I'm your enemy, I apologize. You feel me? I don't want to be an enemy or nothing like that. I just don't believe in a religion. But anyways, this is 2019 right now. 2014. This is 5 years ago. I wrote "You Want to Smile," and I was still going to church around that time. And my mom's, when I grew up, my mom's always played the church songs, the gospel, and it's good music. And she was always playing Shirley Caesar. Y'all know Shirley Caesar, the greens, beans, potatoes, you know what I'm saying? Shirley Caesar. So way before that blew up, that little remix, I've been on Shirley Caesar. But, so I don't know what song specifically, but I remember it was a specific song by Shirley Caesar. She was playing, and I kind of got inspired by one line and like ran with it. And I wrote a song called Home, around that time. And that song, like right after I wrote that song, because it was so much pain that went into the song Home, that I decided I wanted to fast, to like let go of all of that. After I wrote the song Home, I fasted, and I fasted for about 7 days, And after I fasted, I think I did like a water fast only, like a straight water, or it was no food. I don't know if it was no food or straight water, but either way, I remember doing the straight water fast or no food fast. I fasted for 7 days, and on the 7th day, I got back to music. I remember homie who make beats, my man Chris, he called himself Real Chris. He came up to the crib. He wanted to smoke with me, and I was on the last day, so I'm like, we good, we can smoke. And I got high with him, and when he left, I started, like beating on the like table. I was beating like on the closet for real, but like beating on one of the levels in the closet, and I just started just singing the song like, I'm here for you whenever you need me. But the reason that was like it was a fast. It was Home. I wrote a song called Home. It's a very painful song, which I don't like to sing. It's too painful. And then I fasted, and then I wrote You Want to Smile. But prior to that, the things that led up to that, though, this was around March or April. I want to say March. In February, I remember on Valentine's Day 2014, I checked my account and it was overdraft for like $1,000, or like a few $100. But I had money, like I had money, and I was wondering like, why is my account overdrafted? And what happened was my mom's, she was struggling, you know, not too good with money. She decided to you know, because she had access to my account. I was working since I was like 14, and I needed an account to put my money in, and I can't get an account as a 14-year-old without parental permission. So she had access to my account, and she had put a fake check in my account in order to get money. And I ain't know. Like, I don't know how it even went over my head. I do not know how that went over my head. But it did. Maybe because, you know, when you do those fake checks and all that, you put the money in and clear and they take it right out. So I probably didn't even notice. You know, like my balance is the same, you know. The minute it went up, she took the money out. So I didn't even notice. My balance was 100% the same. So I didn't even notice what was going on. But then after that, when the bank realizes that the check is fake, they going to take the money out. So she put money in, took it out, and then they took the money out again. So I got, you know, and it was like $1,000 check or something like that. You know, I'm not too good with balancing my money and all that. I mean, I am now. I'm learning how to balance my money, but at the time, I just get money, spend it, get money, spend it. So when that $1,000 was withdrawn from my account, it hurt because now I was in the negative, and I knew I had money. I was out with my ex at the time, and she, you know, one of those girls who expect men to pay for everything, and I was, you know, like, I was paying for everything at the time, you know, whatever I could. I wasn't paying for everything at the time, but whenever I could, I would, you know, but I was paying for everything on that Valentine's Day until we got to one stop where my car didn't work, and I'm like, I went to the bank, which was across the street from where we were, and the teller was like, yo, you know what you did, like, like, you know, I'm like, what are you talking about? He's like, you know what you did with the check, and I'm just like, yo, I don't know what you're talking about, but he was like, there was a fake check in the account, and he started to tell me what's going on, and like, you know what you did, you know, it's my account, so he's assuming that I did it, you know. I didn't say to the teller, like, yeah, that was my mom. But I just walked out the bank, and I was, like, pretty upset. And then, you know, we couldn't even, like, finish our date, our Valentine's Day date. And I knew my mom did it. She's the only one who had the checks. And I went to her, and she, like, said a very smart remark that kind of, like, really made me super upset. And I'm like, yo, Mom, like, why is my account negative $1,000? And her smart remark was, oh no, it's not, it's negative $997. And I'm just like, yo, like, you know, what kind of childish, like, come on, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's not even right now I'm getting upset thinking about, like, what kind of, you know what I'm saying? Like, what kind of response is that? Like, where are we going? Like, what you thought that was going to make me say? What you thought, how I'm supposed to respond to, like, what are you doing? Like, but me, I'm not disrespectful to my mother at all, never been and never will be. So I just, like, walked away. You know, I was upset, and instead of even allowing my anger to be expressed to her, I just walked away. And so, you know, and that's when I wrote the song Home. Literally shortly after that, wrote the song Home, which is kind of like me expressing that pain, me realizing my mom was going through all of this money issues and all that. When I checked my account, she wasn't spending the money on nothing crazy. She was spending it on food and stuff like that. So it was really like struggle money. It wasn't like she was taking the money doing drugs. My mom don't drink. My mom don't smoke. Nothing. So it wasn't like she was taking the money and going to get her hair and nails done, going to the casino with $1,000 and nothing like that. She was really trying to get the rent paid, pay for food and stuff like that, you know. And I'm just like, yo, Mom, I have 2 jobs. Like, what's up? Like, you can ask me, I'll give you anything. And she's like, I don't want to always be asking you. I live in your house. At the time, I was living with my mother. You know, I'm just like, but it's just, you know, dysfunctional type communication, dysfunctional family, dysfunctional ways of going about money and stuff like this just shed lights on how dysfunctional things are. Like, why won't you ask me for money? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'll pay you whatever, but she did what she knows how. She know how to just scrape up money to get by, and that's what she did, even though she utilized my account. She said she was going to fix it whenever she can, and she gave me a couple $100 later, not the whole $1,000, but it was like, I don't even want your money, but it's okay. But, so anyway, long story short, that is the inspiration behind You Want to Smile right there. That instance. In that specific instance. My mother struggling, and her struggle hurt me Like her struggling hurt me even though I could help. So the first line to You Want to Smile is, I'm here for you whenever you need me. I know it's difficult. I'm here to make it easy on you. We all go through things that ain't pleasing. When I ain't have no food, who was there to feed me? Thank you. So I'm speaking directly to my moms. Like, we all go through things that ain't pleasing. When I ain't have no food, who's there to feed me? You. You struggling hurts me. What can I do to help you not have to struggle? That is the whole story behind the song You Want to Smile. What can I do to help my mother not have to struggle no more? Period. She brought me in this world for me to set the standard for my family to not have to struggle no more. She brought me in this world to set the foundation for the family, the generations after, to not have to struggle no more. I'm here for you whenever you need me because you was here for me my whole life. It's that simple. That's the inspiration behind You Want to Smile. You give, you earn, you live, you learn. When you down, the only place to look is up. If you down, you can only look up. Don't dig no more. If we've been digging to get low, it's time. If we've been digging and getting lower and lower, it's time for us to crawl and climb out of these trenches. Crawl out of the low place we are. The only place to look is up. If you digging, you can't look down unless you dig some more. So it's time for us to stop digging. That's what this song is about. You want to stop digging. Like, I know you want to smile. The song is not saying you have to smile. Smile right now. The song is saying, I know you want to smile, but you frown when you down at the bottom. But all you got to know, up is the only way to go. I know you want to support your family. I know you want to be there for everybody in your family. I know you want to make things better in your life. I know you want to strive instead of, survive. I know you want to thrive instead of survive. I know you want more. As long as you want more and put the desire for more first, the only place to look is up. But a lot of times we don't believe. We don't believe in ourselves enough to even look up. Like we don't even believe. We mentally think that there's only the bottom, like it's only going lower. Like when things are bad, what'll take us out of that is just saying like it ain't getting no worse from here. And it doesn't have to be like, like it doesn't have to be true. Things may get worse, but saying it allows us to just focus on things getting better. Like we have to focus on things getting better. We have to put all our energy in things getting better so we can be mentally prepared for the worst. That is the inspiration behind the song. I know it's hard to smile when you down at the bottom, but all you got to know, up is the only way to go and you'll spot him. I told you at the time, I was, on my Christian vibe. So it was kind of like a reference to believing in a higher power, believing in God, or, believing in Jesus. So like that reference was clearly, if you listen to the song You Want to Smile, the second or the third verse. The first version had 2 verses and like the bridge. The bridge, the bridge is what's the second verse in the latest version. So I'm gonna play the latest version after this, and you'll see what I mean. The second verse or the bridge, at the end of it, it says, let's work together, let's make it better. We'll work if you let us. We'll make it better. We'll work it together. So I guarantee that that's how it. I guarantee that we gonna make you smile when you frown at the bottom. But all you gotta know, up is the only way to go, and you'll spot him. The first version says, let's work together. Let's make it better. He'll work if you let us. He'll make it better. And I guarantee that he wants you to smile. That reference to God or Jesus. And then when I realized, that this religion stuff don't vibe with me, I got more on my Mother Earth type vibe. And then I changed it to she. and also, speaking to my moms too. So it's speaking to like Mother Earth, and then it's also speaking to my mom directly, and it's also speaking to the divine feminine energy that, we can categorize as the creator, we're all created by a woman. I don't know anybody created by a man. But we all came from the woman's womb, the woman's body put everyone on this earth. So that is the inspiration. It's like then it became from here. It was she'll make it better. She's worthy forever, and I guarantee that she wants you to smile. But you frown when you down at the bottom. But all you gotta know, up is the only way to go, and you'll spot him. So I went from Christian type vibe, more spiritual, Mother Earth type vibe, and then to a unification type, we're all in this together type vibe, from he to she to we. You feel me? Actually, I'll play the she version for you. I don't know. You'll get it. But that's the inspiration behind it. And I'm speaking to my moms and I'm saying, let's work together. Let's make it better. Like, you feel me? You brought me to this earth. I'm fresh out of college at the time. I just graduated December 2013. I graduated from Buff State. Came back to my mom's crib, sleeping on the couch. So, you feel me? I ain't got no other place to go right now. I'm here. I got a job. You feel me? Like, let me pay you whatever I got to pay you. Let me help you out. Let's work together. Let's make it better. And that's the vibe. Like, let's do this together. Like, we're in this together. You ain't got to be scamming my account for money. You feel me? If you need something to get by, then holla at me. At the time, I wasn't good with money, so I could see how she probably did ask me for something, or maybe she didn't. I don't even remember, but I know if she know I get paid every week or every 2 weeks, then scamming my account it shouldn't be an option. You know what I'm saying? Like, have some, you know what I'm saying? Like, just ask your son for some chicken and I got you. Ask me for whatever and I got you. And I learned that more. And I learned that even more now, is that, like, just hit up and ask her, do she need something sometime when I got it, because, I know that she might be doing desperate things for money. So that's really the inspiration behind You Wanna Smile. I wrote the song Home. It was too painful. I fasted. And then You Wanna Smile just came to me. The lyrics just came to me. I was just beating and it came. Same thing with Home. And that happens a very few times where lyrics just come, when it's just like, it just feels like the words that I'm saying it means so much to me in my life, and it reflects my life, and so, it reflects what's going on in my life in the perfect way. In a very transparent way. The song You Wanna Smile reflects what's going on in my life, like my truth, like my story. Same thing with the song Home. And there's some songs that don't necessarily just reflect my life, but it might be a part of it, a fragment of it, and then the rest of it is rhythm and flow and stuff like that. It's just me having fun. But that song is like far from just me having fun. That song is 100% my life at the time. And then right after I wrote the song, in spring, my mom's got really, really sick. That's when she got really, really sick, meaning she got cancer. But she wasn't even diagnosed, but you could see her body was changing, swellings and just bed rest. She couldn't do nothing. She couldn't do nothing at all. And that song kept me, you feel me? Kept me level-headed, kept me mentally ready. I sang that song and it let me know that there's always hope, you feel me? And that's what did it. Like, that's the inspiration behind You Wanna Smile right there, And I wouldn't take none of it back. I wouldn't take none of it back. I wouldn't take the scam account back. I wouldn't take none of the stuff that led me up to writing that song back, because that song done a lot for me. You feel me? Personally, it kept me level-headed and mentally happy, or mentally prepared for the trials and tribulations in my life. Number two, it even fed me, like, you know, because I left my mom's crib and I got my own crib in the Bronx, and you know, I lost that crib, got kicked out, and due to just not knowing what I'm doing, you know, doing things, just going with the flow type of things, got kicked out, and back at mama crib, and but in the months in between losing the crib and back at mama crib, I was using that song to support myself, literally for income, because I lost my job. You know, I got my crib. A few months later, I lost the job. I lost my job, and then bills due. Started hustling on the train, singing "You Wanna Smile" every day, and the people on the train ate that song up like candy. You know, like it was sweet to them, like they was loving it, and it's like one of the most beautiful things in the world when I sing on the train and I see people's reaction, and I get all types of feedback, emails, you know, DMs, you know, whatever people want to reach out and just let me know how much the song impacts them, you know, and I appreciate that. So literally, when I got back to my mom's crib, I knew I wasn't gonna stay there for too long. I'm like, this ain't gonna work. You know, I need to be in my own space. So I found a room uptown, and they were charging me $175 a week. So I was on them trains hustling, like getting it. And it literally would, you know, singing that song helped me pay my rent. You know, because after I went from uptown, I came back to Brooklyn, found another room which was 700 flat. So, you know, 175 a week, that could be, you know, that could be 750 one month. Next month it could be 900. You know, 925 depending on a 5-week month, stuff like that. And so that wasn't like cool to be paying weekly rent. So I wanted to get something more concrete, find a room for a flat 7, and that was cool for me. I hustled, got my 700 and everything else. It was food and clothes and stuff. So I was literally working off of the song, like just using the song for income. So that song was done a lot for me. It got me so many connections, you know, from the trains. I done met certain people who got me shows and introduced me to certain people who are helping me out right now as we speak. You know, certain relationships that I built off of this song, literally. I've met, you know, JC off the song. I've met Callie Ann off the song, who became my girlfriend, literally on the train singing the song. I've met, you know, I met certain people. I met this modeling agency CEO of the song who wanted me to be a part of her modeling agency. Yeah, like literally, I've just having it became fun after a while. At first, it was me sharing my life experience at the time, and then it became fun, connections, you know, income, you know, and also meditation, you know, like helping me stay mentally straight. So that's my dissection, my review, my lyrical breakdown of the song. You Wanna Smile, and I'll play it right after this so y'all can see it, and hopefully y'all rocking with it. Let me know if you're feeling it, you know, let me know if you're feeling it like how I'm feeling it. You feel me? So, long story short, You Wanna Smile was inspired by trials and tribulations, you know, I was having with my mom's, on top of, you know, writing painful music and wanted to write something happy, on top of fasting, and after fasting, feeling like this song came through me in a way so easily, so pure. I didn't even have to write it, I just sang it. And yeah, you want to smile. I know you want to smile, but you don't got to smile for me. The man in the mirror deserves it. The woman in the mirror deserves it. Deserves to see you smile like you want to and live out your dreams. Yeah, be happy. If you don't know, you're about to know right now. You're about to learn. Education. Quindell Evans, thank you for listening to the Blue Poetry podcast. Visit the website, BluePoetTree.com. You feel me then? Let's go.